Believe it or not, I tried to record this video several times. Constant little interruptions, but I think I can get through it this time. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Um, so 2025 has gotten off to an interesting start. I, for one, did not share my planner setup on this channel. I did not do any kind of vlogging for the holidays. I was just in the moment, um, just trying to get some things taken care of. But I promised myself this year that I would try to produce more content for my channel. Now, I am a lover of planners. I'm a lover of journals. I am a lover of books. I am a lover of, things that remind me of libraries and museums. I mean, that's just my jam. So, um, what I want to bring to you today is not anything that, I'm sorry, I want to bring to you today something that I typically would not um, share on a normal day. Because on a normal day or in a normal situation, you may think that this is a little bit too far-fetching. But for my 25 of 2025, I want to share with you the 25 journals that I am actively using. And I'll be honest with you, it's more than 25, right? Because I have journals for basically everything. I have a food journal. And I don't think I have my food journal with me, but it is one of the journals that I use all the time. So let's get to it. All right. The first one that I wanted to share with you, the first one I wanted to share with you is my my Black Girls Rising collection. Now I have several journals. My Black Girls, I'm sorry, Black Girls Magic. this the cover of this journal reminds me of Stars Rising. So my Black Girls Magic journals. So this is my one of my journals that I use to just write poetry in, basically. It's gorgeous. And I keep this on it because I want to remember where I got the journal from. Her name is Kenzi Studio Company, and I have quite a few of her journals. I was first introduced to her by my son, who bought me one of her journals for my birthday. But it was like an 8x5. It was a smaller journal. It was about this size. And so I still have it. I haven't used it yet, but it's part of my collection. But yeah, this is my one of 25. My second journal that I want to share, since I'm, um, talking about Black Girl journals, is a newer journal that I received. Well, I just got myself. It's called Reflection, Reset, Refocus. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I was just expecting coloring pages. However, this is coloring pages inside with just regular line pages. So this is through Be Rooted, the company, Black owned journaling company. Or it's a stationery, but they do combinations of stationery, home decoration, I think candles, a slew of other things. But I absolutely love the design of their journals. I have quite a few of their journals, and so this is just one of many. Number two. Number three, we're going to bounce back to my smaller A5 journal that you seen previously. This is my Rhodia academic and professional journal. Everything that's academic or professional development, I store in here. Calendar dates, seminar dates, class schedules, payments, everything is in here. And I use this journal because For one, it's easier to carry, and I love the paper quality. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. My fourth one, I'm just going to go ahead and just show you this collection right here because it's all together. This is my, what I call my manifestation journal, and basically it's basically what I just mentioned that that it is. It's just a manifestation journal, and I write. I'm supposed to write daily in it, but I try to get to it at least, at minimum, 2 to 3 times a week. This is a common notebook, and this company, they produce the most beautiful journals I've ever seen with Tomoe paper, good quality. This is 520 sheets, so I think by the time I'm done with this is going to be a chunky one. The next one in the same category is my mental health journal. And this one right here, I specifically use it for when I'm listening to seminars and teachings from other people. So I just kind of take down the notes and kind of, go from there. So I've been using this for a while. It's been very helpful. Every now and then I find a podcast or a workshop or something online, and I just like to take the notes on specifically mental health. And I keep it in here. What is that? Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 5. So let's get to the next 5. So I'm going to share with you my planning tools. So this one right here is a letter size A4 daily planner. Now this one right here I use from July to December of 2025. However, there were sheets left over, so I'm using it for other notes and other planning and other journaling and stuff like that. And so I'm just a believer that I don't want to just let something go because the year has passed and I have about 50 pages left. I want to utilize the pages the best way I can, and then when I'm done with it, I will store with everything else. But yes, this was my second half of my A4 journal of 2024. So I do have another one that I use from January to June, and this one right here is from July to December. I have more pages because I didn't use as many setup pages, and I just have more pages, and that's fine. But I mimic that also again in 2025 because it was just a easier process for me, just writing on regular size paper. So this is my A4 daily for 2025. This will be from January to June of 2025, more likely, and then I'll be switching over to another A4 letter size daily journal / planner. So this is my bullet journal for this year, and like I did last year, let me give you a little snippet. I did have like my little sticky tabs in here. It's just an easier way to keep information in there. I did do a setup page, hello 2025, and so this is my planner. This is my daily planner. I grab this one in my weekly and my monthly, almost if not every day, every single day. And so this is his companion, my commonplace planner, B5 vertical, and I use this on a daily basis. So I have one calendar. I have a planner that I set and I write everything for the month, and then I break it down and then I put it in the weeks. Although this has a monthly, everything in my other planner doesn't make it to this one. But this one right here, I incorporate a lot of my trackings, my meals. I started adding, what I will say, just recently, like how do I feel when I get up, and it has helped me a lot to track down symptoms. So I would use that little space at the top. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you a fresh page because I don't want you to. So at this little spot right here, I would say how I'm feeling at that moment, and then when I got up this morning, I put down scratchy throat. And so by the end of the week, it does look like this. And it just helps me stay organized in the best way. So this is my A5 Commonplace planner slash journal slash, you know, my tool. The next one I want to show you is a bit of a work planner. Now, this work planner I've had for a while, and so I won't be opening this, but this is a dot grid notebook, and I use it to just write work notes and stuff like that. This is also a B5 size. This is on sale now, I think $7.99 for two through Amazon. So please don't quote me on it, but if it is, I will probably supply a link if I can find it. But yeah, this is nice and sturdy. That was 8. This is my journal where I talk about various activism, right? Environmental activism, breast cancer, everything, any type of activism and awareness that I want to learn about, I keep it in this journal, and I just write about it. Special dates, new treatments. Don't ask me why I do that, but it's a lot of this has to do with understanding how the environment, either how it triggers our health, good or bad. And so this has been very helpful in being mindful and tracking that information. This is my letter journaling, letters to myself. I started this one about a couple of years ago, and I'll let you see the opening pages. Like I said, a lot of this is personal, but I wouldn't mind sharing the opening pages. And it says, I can shake off everything as I write my sorrows. As I write my sorrows disappear. My courage is reborn. I love that. Anne Frank. Beautiful. This is an Archer and Olive A4 letter size journal. They do not have this journal anymore. This was part of a collection, a special collection of A4 journals that were introduced on that line, and I think I got all of them except for one, and I kind of regret it. But absolutely gorgeous. All right, this one is one of my newer journals, and I am still working on it. And this one right here is for commonplacing astronomy and astrology. That's something that I really got into during COVID, and during the COVID, I really got into astronomy and astrology, and I just thought it was interesting. I do have a commonplace notebook for horoscopes, and so this is the companion to that. And let me see if I got some pages. I literally just started decorating, so I can show you some pages. This is like introduction pages, but I want you to see this right here. Absolutely gorgeous, right? And so once I start, actually working in the book, I would definitely do a flip through for you guys. This is also by Archer and Olive. This is their letter size bullet journal. I think I got this one. This was their Halloween collection of 2024. And so I was just surprised that they had a letter size. And so I just decided, I wasn't in the market for a new journal. But when Archer and Olive introduces a letter size or an A4 journal, you best to believe I'm going to get it whether I need it or not. Absolutely, positively gorgeous. My next journal I have, is also what I consider my commonplace journal. This is my United States History Commonplace Journal, and basically I'm teaching myself history um, by using the timeline figures. I want to show you one of the spreads that I am currently working on. This is the Trail of Tears, and I got this one from this actual page from a magazine. So I'm taking out magazines, finding articles, and I'm doing the timeline of U.S. history in a factual manner, because that's the only way we'll learn, right? If we do the research ourselves. But yeah, that is an A4 notebook. The company I got this one from, they put a beautiful card inside of it, and I think I had it in here. But what I will do is all the cards, all the if I can find any other journals, I would definitely post it in my in the description at the bottom. So let's keep this moving. This is my commonplace notebook journal for civil rights. So basically that's all I cover in here, are American civil rights. So I had to make the distinction, but American civil rights. So I just talk about, the civil rights journey in the United States, and I journal about it. I will be showing you guys a little bit of all of these journals in the future. When I break down my 25 or 2025, these will be incorporated. So I'm not going to do it in this video. The next one is I call my WRAP journal. And WRAP stands for, the W is wellness, R is for recovery, A is for action, and P is for plan. And this is I took the training for to do WRAP facilitation groups for wellness. And so in order for us to be a facilitator, we had to have our own actual WRAP plan. And so this is what this notebook is. It took some time for me to actually write out my own WRAP plan, but once I did it, I felt confident, that I'm ready to show others to create wellness plans for themselves. All right. This is my daily diary, and I smile because this is my Kwanzaa diary, and so my Kwanzaa journal. And so what I mean by Kwanzaa journal is that, being a African descent, there are certain holidays that I do celebrate. I celebrate them proudly, and Kwanzaa is one of those. And so the principles of Kwanzaa has drawn me to just explore, like, what is the meaning of Kwanzaa in my celebration of it every day. So this journal, I utilize a principle on a daily basis, based on what has happened in my day, and then I just write about it. Sometimes it's not a whole page, sometimes it's just a picture, sometimes it's just an emotion, sometimes it's just a word, but just keeping track of that. I try to be mindful of that. My next one is my daily diary, and this one also, on a daily basis, I just write down, my day, what's going on in the day. And it could be something random, it could be something, drawn out, but either way it go, I try to just focus on, getting something on the page every day. So I will let you see what I mean by that. So this is not a lot, but this is how I was feeling at that time when I wrote those entries. And sometimes I would do the headings and I will come back and I will fill it in on another day. But I write exactly what's going on that day, I'm feeling at that moment, and I pull it in my daily diary. This diary is from a company called Typo. And they are, I want to say they're an Australian company, but nevertheless, they have beautiful journals. This is what they call their planner. And this year they did some changes to it, which I'll talk about it in a later video, but this is absolutely gorgeous. This is my 4th year using one of their A4 journals in their company, and absolutely love it. The next one in my 25 of 2025 is my reading journal. This is so funny because this probably should have been the first one, right? Because this is quote unquote a reading slash planning channel, but hey. This is my reading journal, and this is my creative reading journal because I have reading journals for other things too. But this is the one where I put the pictures in there, where I write the funny quotes, the beautiful quotes, and I do it all beautifully in this journal. And so you'll be seeing a flip through, I promise you, coming soon. Oh, this is also an Archer and Olive. You see what I'm talking about when I talk about Archer and Olive? This is an A4. This was part of one of their special collections, and they don't have this particular one anymore, but this is a letter size A4. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is my Kwanzaa cultural journal. Sometimes I have time to open them up, and sometimes I don't. I also got this from Archer and Olive, the notebook. Absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to get the dot grid, but by the time I found out about them, they were out of dot grid. So I got the ones with the lines. And so this is my Kwanzaa journal, my Kwanzaa creative journal. I'm just going to give you a little snippet of what I've been doing, and you'll see this more throughout the year. But this is my intro pages for this book. And so I've been working on spreads to set up and possibly share this online. Like I'll scan it and just, have people to engage in the activities if they want. Archer and Olive A4, journals are impeccable. After these 2 journals, we're going to give it a count and we're going to see where we're at, okay? All right. So this next journal, I love their journals so much. I'm surprised I haven't shown this one yet, but this is my artistic creative journal. Now this journal really doesn't have a rhyme or reason. It's just here. And so when I'm feeling that I just want to put something down on paper, whether I'm drawing it, whether I'm writing words or anything, I'll say this is no rhyme or reason journal because I really don't have a reason. I don't have a distinct purpose for it besides letting out anything that's on my mind. I want to show you, this is my hand that I drew, and I just put, making jewelry on my finger. But this is a Leuchtturm Master A4 journal. Now, their A4 journals, I would say it's like an A4 plus. It's a little bigger than your typical A4 by, I would say, an inch or so. And so it is 200 and I think 35 or 33 pages, creamy pages, beautiful pages. Right, I used this one in 2022, actually, not this one in particular, but as a planner. And so at some point, when I would say when I have about 10 artistic pieces in there, I would just do a flip through of that and let you guys see how I'm using that journal. Now, this is another reading journal. This is more or less not a artistic reading journal. This is my reading journal of Black nonfiction books I read about Black authors, Black current affairs and stuff like that, history. And so I'll give you an example. Some of the books that I did write about was, which one? I did An Order to Kill, the story about Martin Luther King murders, Stamped from the Beginning. So we're talking about books about Black communities and Black occurrences. This is also a Leuchtturm, A4 plus, I think that's what they call them, but absolutely gorgeous. And this would be around for a while, because when I look back on all the books that I've read in that collection, it's nice to see. All right. All right. So when I say I use my journals for everything, I literally use my journals for everything. So let's do a head count where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Because I don't want to go over 25, because I have a slew of them. 22. This is my pride and joy. Excuse me. I got this one for my birthday last year, 2024. And this is I got this off of an Etsy shop. But this is absolutely, I'm not going to open it because it's more or less personal. But I got my name engraved on here, and I'll tell you the story of this later. This was the second one that was sent to me, but I will post a link of the Etsy creator who created this journal. They did a gorgeous job, and when my first one was misplaced or it was mailed to the wrong address, they were very nice about it, and they sent me another one. All right, so that is 21. 22, my 5-year journal, which I'm doing a horrible job at, but I have it. Yeah, that's basically what it is. A section for every year. I'm on year 3, and so we'll see how that turns out. All right. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. This right here actually should have went with my planners. This is my actual planner, but I also use it for creative means also. I'll give you an example. This is a weekly spread right here. And so I do a lot of my spreads like this. I take little things, not little things, but art, paper and all that beautiful stuff that's going on through the week. And then I post it on my weekly, and then I just go from there. Sometimes I'm really good at keeping up with the weeklies, but the most important part of the journal is not the weeklies, but more or less the calendar. So this is February, and so I like to put in all important appointments, dates, information, and stuff like that. As long as I have that in there with my to-do list, I'm okay. I forgive myself for the other parts. All right. My goals journal, 23. Self-explanatory. I've had it for a couple of years now. And this year I'm kind of utilizing it differently. I started this in 2024. This is now 2025. I am definitely utilizing the goals journal differently, and I will share that in a future video. This is this is a prize. I created this journal earlier in 2024. I wouldn't say earlier. I would say about halfway. I would say in the summer of 2024. And this is around the election season. And I just thought that I would keep my personal thoughts and everything on democracy and activism, write about it. And so what I do is I take information that I read and I kind of expound on it myself. The first one I did was The Hills We Climb. Amanda Gorman, her inaugural speech for Joe Biden's inauguration in, I think, 2021. And so from there, I wrote down a list of books pertaining to that topic that I'm reading, movies, what else? Anything that has to do with activism, or activists, I keep in this particular journal right here. Last but not least, so this was definitely a last minute add-on, and of course I have a slew of other journals that I do work out of on a regular basis, but I think the point of this video that I want to share with you guys is that journals can be utilized so many different ways, and you should not feel like a failure if you're not in your journal every single day, as long as you're intentional about it. So if you sit down once a month and journal and you're intentional about it, that's good enough. If you sit down every other month, if you sit down once a year, the way you chart and create and share memories or create memories for yourself, it is up to you. And so I am not the person to criticize someone and say, well, you got too many, you don't need that many. You never know what brings productivity and joy in somebody else's life. And so, although I will say 2025, I don't need anything else. I'm being honest with you. I don't need a thing. I think I've gotten what I'm going to get. I'm like on a journal sabbatical, but I did get this one right here. And I got this one because this was a thought. Give me a moment. I'm kind of grabbing it. It's a big one too. I was thinking about getting this one last year to keep up with current affairs and daily current affairs, newspaper articles, things that's going on globally, locally, like a three-tier look at what's going on in the world. And so I invested in the Leuchtturm Daily Planner. Now, I have not started anything in this yet, but I do have newspaper clippings that I want to start putting in the journal. But let me let you get a look at this. And I do have an idea on how I will set this up. This chunky monkey is going to house everything that's going on in the news here in the United States, which is where I'm from, globally and locally in my community. I want to look at it at different angles. And so I started clipping the newspaper trimmings from January. I have not put them in the book yet. So we're in February at the time I'm recording this video. So hopefully by the end of the quarter, which it would be in the end of March, I would be able to do a nice flip through for you guys and let you see what's, the goal that I'm trying to get to. But yes, I got this was on sale for half price. So I said, why not? I'm not going to use it as a daily. However, there's a page for every day. So we'll see how this look at the end of the year. But that is my 25th journal. And so this was one of those videos I did not anticipate on putting on my 25 to 2025, because I have a list of my 25 to 2025. But I just thought that it was just such an interesting concept. And I wanted to share with you, how journals are being utilized every day in every type of way. So with that, I want to say thank you for coming, and hopefully you'll be back soon to watch more of my countdown of my 25 of 2025. Who knows what I'm going to share next? I say it's my Black History collection, which I should be recording it now, but I have so many things that I would like to share in a category of 25s. Okay, well, until then, I'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.